This is probably a surprise for some of you guys, but I'm not in my 20s anymore. I have played most of the free-to-play online games ever and almost every fighting game. PvP is on my blood. I don't mind if it is competitive or doing sandbag to my nieces. And still, to this day, I can't vibe with veteran players. Before I start ranting like an old man, sort of ironic since the topic of the video, I tell this from my personal experience. If you identify by any of my issues, then it's personal, yes! I don't want to say every retro game is trash and everything new is good, but sometimes I got the urge to scream it to the four winds because of the pledge. I just can't, okay? You have no idea how many people I meet with nicknames with the word retro on it. And 100% of them are trash talking about every single mobile game, one with or the other way. First thing is easy, something that, goodness gracious, it's finally been left behind after more than 10 years is the infamous training stage. The grid. I hate training stage. Fuck training stage, fuck the grid, I'd rather play arcade mode on easy over online with training stage. This stage was used for two reasons. One is the actual reason, the game optimization poorly as hell and makes the game drops frames per second. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, every fighting game, except Sancho, runs at 60 FPS cap. Not 59, neither 61. So, they picked this stage to have the best performance possible. This is a thing that started on Street Fighter 4. The other reason is someone bitching about getting distracted by the background, and I asked way too many people with ADHD, and of they say, fuck no! Maybe once? But when I first played the game. Yeah, like everyone else. Of course, the less amount of things in the background has to focus and the lines to learn spacing. But you are playing against other human being, not training. At least not in that way. Do you ever play with someone with in-game music mute, announcer mute, and on training stage? I did, in offline. If this was the 70s, these people are going to pick a black and white TV to play. The other reason, of course, is this also makes me dislike a lot with the most veteran players who sometimes are competitive players and sometimes are pro players who never join a tournament in their life, never go to an offline event, and they still think Super Turbo is a good game. Why? Because I'm a casual and I know it. And I want to play the game. I'm not looking to join a competitive environment at all. And I want to enjoy the game at fullest. And I'm aware these days those performance problems are, in most games, not you Stripe, a thing from the past. I picked 30 songs for my character on Street Fighter 6. I write shocks in the stadium of King of Fighters 15. I sit and color Saber to look like Elizabeth Ross Blood Flame. And after so many years of the release of Guilty Gear XR Rev 2, you can bet I'm going to pick every single stage in this game, especially the train. God, I love stages and trains. Another reason I don't buy with veteran players is I'm not a fan of retro games. If you ask me which one is my favorite retro fighting game, it's probably KOF 98 Final Edition, Vampire Savior, CBS 2, mostly because I didn't grow up on arcades, and I lack most of the nostalgia factor. Besides a single visit to an arcade place once per month when I was 10, my first memory of playing a random person next to me in an arcade was at my 18th, playing King of Fighters 11. As 90% of the Latinos here, back in 99, I played KOF 98 in an emulator and I loved the heck out of that game. And I also played everything that I could get my hands on thanks to my big bro. But on these days, I know the dirty stuff. I know infinite combos in almost every game, and awful hitboxes. So I enjoy casually playing a bit of this, but I'd rather play anything kinda new. Which is funny because veteran players tend to... But that requires a lot of skill. Yeah, and you don't have that skill over 20 years. When I was recording the 55 combos video, I learned an infinite on Hokuto no Ken with Rao. But it was so boring long that I threw that video. My plan to be fair was to do something like this while the other combos were running. But nah, I'm fighting my opponent, not the controls. Good execution is awesome, but I still think the rushing storm of G's is awful. So I don't care too much if your argument is back in the day doing combos was an achievement on itself. they were never supposed to be. It is called hardware limitations. Two of the most annoying arguments for me are how some veterans love the execution to be random. They legit enjoy the inputs to be difficult, so they allow like it was rolling dice to do an anti-air, like one from the links on Street Fighter 4, or how the DP input require a specific way to do it, and even that doesn't always work. The other one is how they complain about how modern games are shifted so much from retro. Nothing is good enough for them. Everything is a waste of money and time. World Tour? Waste of money. More controls? Cheating baby mode. Yeah, I'm only talking about Street Fighter 6, don't worry. I even hear people complain about how they have to beat Rugal to unlock this stage and the second costume, to never use it, because they still play on training stage and with mods. Okay Google, how do I unlock Android 21, Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue? Finish story mode? Fire money in game? That's so dumb, I'll void them now. I don't want to play the game to unlock characters. By far the top one of the toxic opinions is people trash talking any kind of story mode. Bond with the characters? Engage the world and live? Tell me why this dude is the most eccentric being ever seen? Why there's a bear and a panda on the game? Well, you'll never know, because most veteran players only learn that because another veteran player actually enjoyed the story mode in its goofiness to understand why. I know toxicity in the user is nothing new, chocolate for the news as we say here. I use it to play in League of Legends, Dota, Counter-Strike, and most of the game in those videos saying who is the most toxic community. There is people who never gonna know or doesn't even know what they want. If they like to complain about the game they are supposed to enjoy, then it's not worth it to shake hands with these people. The most older games I play in a decent amount are Skullgirls and Killer Instinct. And if you think that's not all, I remind you that Skullgirl is from 2012 and Killer Instinct is from 2013. It's over 10 years already. These aren't new games at all. These games are older than me the first time I play a KOF game. I know I'm a casual player. I live in Argentina. I barely got a chance to go to an offline event. The idea to travel to Combo Breaker, CEO, Frosty Faustins, or Evo is just a wild dream. So I dropped every wish of competitive scene of my system long ago. I know that sounds sad, but hey, I still want to be the best Samurai Shadow player in South America. That's something, and if they nerf I can actually get it. Right now, I want to have people to play on the games I enjoy. People who aren't like that. I want to do content to help other people enjoy fighting games as much as I do. To wrap up this video, the only thing I left to say is I enjoy pretty much every single fighting game. Is Super Turbo prehistoric trash? Yes. Can I play it and enjoy it? Sure, mostly drunk. Can I finish this video saying Garou is better than Tear Strike? Who cares? It's a game from 20 years ago and nobody gives a damn about what I'm going to say about it. So play fighting games, enjoy all of them in all the content they got. This isn't just a search rank matches and online lobbies machine. And stop bitching around any new stuff if you don't want people like me telling your favorite game of all time is a Kusoge made in a steam power machine on the Industrial Revolution. Nostalgia won't save you. DNC Dragon Ball fans from having the most awkward games in the pages of history. New stuff also won't save me. But if I got more ways to enjoy my biggest hobby and share it with everyone, I hope we all learn that we don't need some kind of fighting game Jesus that saves the genre. We already got a lot of amazing things to get a few people who wants to fight. No. Who wants to play with us.